Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
Let's head over.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first, I've spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
Kree vegetable cultivation techniques on a grand scale.
Exactly.
Are you joking?
Are you?
Maybe.
Okay, but you're still right. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the Cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
What about hoist the scarecrows? Was that line not in your copy?
Actually, the section on the empty towers describes their version of the Scarecrow. Due to constant shuffling of personnel, you couldn't tell which bases were fully staffed and which stood empty.
What if they had not done that?
They would have had no soldiers to continue their advance. It would have stalled them out. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club. I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Sure, but I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I should read the first 31 volumes for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
You cannot let her know what you really think.
Really? I don't care to lie, especially to someone I'm into.
You do not need to lie, but you can deflect. Just do not offer your unvarnished opinion.
I don't know. She seems to respect people who are upfront with her.
Why take that risk?
Maybe you're right. Thanks, Hunter.
Of course.
You leaving?
Soon.
I think there's more punch.
Ooh, where? And there ain't no more punch. Whatever.
You leaving?
Yeah, I am done.
Later then. Great choice, Carol. Good meeting.
I'm glad you liked the book.
Yeah, it was different.
Hey, I know we have another book to read, but do you have any free time beyond that?
I could find some time.
Good, because I want to hear your thoughts on Volume 50.
What now?
Volume 50 of the Kavat Koth. It's entirely about Kree agricultural practices, but it builds on the metaphor. It's essential reading before Volume 89.
Volume 89?
He's like,
Well, everything is out in the open now. I'm fully exposed.
Are you not worried about any repercussions from this Doctor of Doom?
If I think about it too hard, yeah. But lucky for me, this dome piece is empty. There's so much free real estate up here.
How did you even get involved with him in the first place?
Haven't you listened to anything I've said? Money.
You knew he was dangerous. Was the job worth it?
Yeah, you can't make an omelet without strangling a few chickens. Besides, fumbling the bag led me to you. A win-win situation, if you ask me.
So long as you are happy with the outcome.
Oh, I'm putting Merc stuff on the back burner. No freelancing. Just gonna work pro bono for the Midnight Suns. Did you know pro bono doesn't mean what I thought it did?
I cannot speak for the rest of the team, but it will be nice to have the extra help.
I hope my heroics with the Magna Corrigo back there bought me brownie points with the goody two-shoes around here.
Destroying the Magna Corrigo was the smart thing to do.
Did you just call me smart?
No,
Too late. No take-backs. It's okay to admit that I make good decisions. Sometimes.
So, what is next for Deadpool?
I've got an exclusive contract with the Midnight Suns.
I have always considered you part of the team.
The more murder hands, the merrier. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go make my presence known.
How will you be doing that?
Fireworks, balloons, gunshots. The huge.
Bye-bye, evil relic. Don't let the door hit ya, or Deadpool split ya.
Are we allowed to take trophies home? No, it's not a body.
Hunter, you have the same effect on vampires as microwaving fish does on the Avengers break room.
I am clearing them out?
You got it. New breed vampire activity has slowed down since you took the fight to them. We're making a dent.
Should we throw a party?
Nah, premature. I almost put up a banner that read, "Well done slowing down the new breed vampires. Go team."
I cannot help but notice there is no banner.
Too wordy, and I couldn't decide on a font. One thing is certain. Vampires are making the most of the chaos Lilith created. The good news? I see no signs that they're working together.
Are you sure there is no connection?
Just a hunch. Let's look at what we know. There's no crying over smashed vampire relics, but I wouldn't have minded adding the Magna Corrigo to our arsenal. Yeah, I know. Nasty artifacts like that aren't known for their safety features. Still, I wonder if Strange and Tony could have used it to make something useful.
We need every advantage, no matter the origin.
It's how we've operated so far. That's not really my style, but neither is magic of any kind, so I'm trusting the experts. The silver lining here is that it blew up in Sin's face. She'll be picking the pieces out for days. That's a win as far as I'm concerned.
I can agree with that.
Anything else on your mind?
What is a hemolisk exactly?
It's an egg sac. But instead of cute baby spiders inside, you find fully formed new breed vampires. With enough time, a single hemolisk could generate an endless number of vampires. So goes the theory.
How does it work?
In a way that defies biology. Strange theorized they are creations of dark magic, and I quote, "perhaps derived from the Darkhold itself." No need to mention I do a killer Stephen Strange impression, especially not to him.
No promises. Thanks, Carol.
See ya. Anything else on your mind?
Why are Hydra soldiers willingly turning into vampires?
Define willingly. I think that's Sin's influence.
They must be extremely devoted to agree to such a change.
Or more terrified of what Sin will do if they don't. I wonder how becoming a bloodsucker mixes with the gamma serum already in their systems. I bet that's one hell of a hangover.
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing.
We got...
I heard Deadpool destroyed the creepy vampire relic. 20 points in his favor.
You wanted to talk?
When you put it that way, it makes it sound like I'm in trouble. And not the fun kind.
Did you do something?
Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Open up those ear holes. Deadpool's gonna tell a story. Once upon a time, there was a handsome merc who had friends and family that loved him. But chaos and destruction followed him wherever he went, and it ended up hurting the people he cared about most. He waved goodbye and peaced out to live a life of solitude. The end. I'm still workshopping it, but I think it could be made into a movie.
It sounds like you've had it rough.
You know, you make the setup so easy, it's not fun sometimes.
I'm being serious. You have had hard experiences. Thank you for opening up to me.
See? It's almost unfair how the jokes write themselves. But, I figured you deserved to know where I'm coming from.
Do you feel better now that you have told me?
Give me 3 to 5 business days and I'll get back to you.
You put too much pressure on yourself.
Duh, don't you?
A little pressure is healthy. It keeps me sharp.
Well, I hope it never breaks your back. Seriously, of all the ways to go, a snapped spine gives me the ick just thinking about it.
You continue to deflect me with humor.
When have I ever? Now you know my sob story. No more mushy-gushy talk, all right?
Allow that helicopter to escape. Do whatever it takes to stop it before it departs. We don't have much time. Take down anyone in your path and stop that helicopter.
Got it, boss.
Help is at hand. You have earned this.
Hail back.
Watch my back. I cannot possibly match your strength.
way we know how. How much is Lilith paying you guys anyway? Hey, it can't be enough. You got my attention already.
Paltry attempt at concealment.
Finally, it's my turn. You're in trouble now. Reinforcements inbound.
Keep it up.
Hope they're ready. I'm impressed. Nice work.
We will never forsake her. We're all gonna get Hope you're ready. You're mine.
Sorry, Major.
Someone call for reinforcements?
This didn't go.
The helicopter is preparing for takeoff. We still have some time, but make sure you don't ignore it.
Someone order a knuckle sandwich? Roger that.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I'm going in.
You've grounded the helicopter. Excellent. Now you'll need to clean up the rest of Hydra's forces.
That's the stuff. I hope you've learned your lesson.
Hail Hydra! All lines up.
Not even a dent.
Ready for a real hit? Let's see how tough you are.
Can't take much more of this.
You can thank me later.
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Weak, even for Hydra.
That'll work.
We got your target. some for the rest of us.
Hostile unit.
Failed, Smydra.
Get out of there! Are you ready? I was born for this.
Confidence is high. Fair enough. Here we go.
Stronger than you thought.
Hey, the jerk store called. They're running low on you guys.
Following enemy.
Sure, why not?
Tony has the ball. Wow, I'm glad you're on our side.
The enemy has the upper hand. They're fighting. You're gonna report me.
We are doing well so far.
Saving this for a special occasion.
A flying mechanical combat suit almost seems like cheating.